Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, y'all's channel, Truth Seeking with Veronica. A grand hope to you all. I hope you can see me. Listen here, I just wanted to come on today to say enjoy your Sabbath tomorrow. I know that one of the pagan holidays is landing on that day, and aren't you just grateful to the Most High Yah that you have been wakened and you are no longer worshiping that little g god? I know I am. I really am. Anywho, what I wanted to come on and talk about was that stuff going on over there in Texas, where they're, they're shutting down the airports, for 10 days, just out the blue. No one knew why or what's going on. And they said there were some objects up in the sky flying around, big, large objects. And then you hear conflicting stories of something about some party balloon, or I don't know. We don't know, okay? But I do know this. I did pray and ask the Most High what was that all about. And the Most High said that wasn't him. Okay? That wasn't the Most High. It wasn't anything to be concerned about. You have to understand that there are going to be a lot of distractions and a lot of deception out there, okay? The little g guys, they got their little technology and their little things too that they're doing, and what does it do? It just builds up that fear. It brings up that uncertainty. It makes you panic and wonder, if this is it, especially just think of the energy that's flowing in from people who are not grounded in the Most High Yah. That's a lot of energy, okay? So I did not, I said like this, when I asked the Most High what was that, I wasn't pressed or prompted to get on and say anything to his people concerning what was up in the sky, because you have to understand and understand that when the Most High does what the Most High do, we're going to know, okay? We are going to know. Now, you do have to realize that there's a lot of deception out there, okay? I've had dreams where I've seen the deception, and then I've seen the Most High's chariots, in my visions, in my dreams. And I was just told that was nothing that belonged to the Most High. Yeah, you saw the pictures where they had the large objects, or the, UAPs that they were saying they were, and some laser or whatever. I don't know. We don't know. And you know what? I really don't care. And you shouldn't either. Okay? You just focus on the Most High Yah. That's what you do. Okay? If you want to know what's going on, ask the Most High Yah. And also go through your YouTube and start looking for events that has just happened this year, and the different fault lines and the earthquakes and the so-called tsunamis that's supposed to be coming, in some lake or some area that where the rich are, where people go and do their little skiing and all that stuff. So what am I saying? Don't get distracted. Yeah, know and be aware of what's going on, but don't get distracted, okay? And don't feed into that fear, okay? And if you hear anything where someone said, oh, they shot it down and it crashed, that's not the Most High's chariots. You do know that, right? Okay. As long as you know, okay? Because you got to understand that the little g guys and, the ones that are here, they have their little technology and everything too. Okay, so they're not shooting anything down that's of the Most High Yah. Now, why are the airports and all that closed down? We don't know. We don't know who all is at war with who. We don't know what's going on. Okay, but I know that Yah's people need to stay ready, okay, and be prepared. That's all that matters. Because when you have to go and shut those doors and stay in there in your home, you don't need to have any reason to go outside your doors, okay? That's why you have to be prepared and stay ready, and to have a ration of things that you need, okay? I wanted to address some comment that I received under, I think it was my last video, where the Most High had me to do a video right then, and I was sitting on the porch getting my sweat on, and I said, well, let me face this camera at this bush. And in that video, I was telling parents, if they have children, to go ahead and start, going into the grocery store, seeing what is sustainable for you, to have. Because when you have hungry children, or you're hungry and have no energy, you're no good to anyone. And I wanted to say that many people are not vegetarians or pescatarians, even if they're waking. Some people still eat chicken and turkey and eggs and things like that, okay? Some people still do. Everyone is on different levels and have different callings, and they may not have been prompted to do that. So I wanted to address that comment because it was really ugly, and I felt that it really, if someone was to read that comment, that they would feel condemned or convicted, about what they're eating. And that's something that the Ruach HaKodesh works inside of a person, okay? And we're not going to put anyone down right now, because when you are in your home and a week has went by, and you could have grabbed that can of chicken, or you could have grabbed that can of tuna, or you could have grabbed, what you needed, but your mind is thinking about that comment that didn't have any fruit in it whatsoever, okay? You're going to wish that you just would have gotten it, okay? So that, I don't even know why I am addressing that, but in a way I do know why. It's because I care about what people or reading, especially under my page. I really do. Especially when it comes to belittling someone or making someone feel bad because they still eat, chicken or turkey or whatever. It's not the time and place for that right now. Right now, this is about a person's soul. Let the Most High, do that part, as far as if the Most High wants them not to eat meat or this and that. Okay. Everyone's has a different purpose, a different calling, and on different levels. Okay. So I just wanted to address that, and I just thought that was real ugly. That's all. There's no place for that. It's really not, because I would just wonder if you were a person that was, adamant, I'm gonna say it, about, how this is foul and you're not supposed to eat that and this and that, but you're in your house for 2 weeks and you got hungry children, and they're hungry and you're hungry, and someone, probably a neighbor, only thing they have is canned tuna or canned chicken or whatever for your kids to eat. Are you gonna say no? I'm just asking. I am just asking, okay? So that's kind of why I had to address that, okay? But anywho, that I looked at the videos and was looking at the pictures of, what they saw in the sky over Texas, and listening to, the people who were, they were interviewing and asking about why is the airport and this and that shut down, and they said, oh, because of drones and cartel and all that stuff, and then they were conflicting stories, and I just said, I prayed and asked the Father. I said, Father, is say you, is that something that your people need to know about, or is that even worth um, letting your people know that was you? And I'm gonna tell you, it's just the Most High. That wasn't the Most High. That wasn't his chariots. Okay, it just wasn't. Okay, so just be aware of the distractions, have discernment, okay, and give all your energy to the Most High Yah in Yahushua's name. Enjoy your Sabbath tomorrow. Just rest, okay, because we don't know when things gonna pop off. We just don't know, because you know, some of these countries are angry, and they're pointing the finger, and they're calling out who Esau and Edomites and all that is. But you know, Yah's doing what Yah's doing, say he's gonna do, and that is to turn them against each other. They just don't know. They Psalms 83. You know, all of them Psalms 83. So no sense in trying to get a conscience now. That's all I'm saying. But anywho, just enjoy your Sabbath tomorrow. I love you much. Be Baruch, Veronica.